Hey there, moneymakers and tech enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. I've got a wild story for you today that's shaking up the world of American tech, big politics, and the future of your investments. We're talking about Intel, the legendary chipmaker, and why its new CEO, Lip Boutan, is suddenly caught in a political firestorm that could redefine American manufacturing. Buckle up, because things are getting intense. Just days ago, President Donald Trump dropped a bombshell on social media, demanding Intel's CEO step down immediately. He called Tan highly conflicted and said there was no other solution to the problem. This isn't just political theater. It sent Intel's stock tumbling by about 3%. Why the sudden outrage? It all boils down to serious accusations about Tan's past investments and alleged ties to Chinese companies, some supposedly linked to the Chinese military. This is a massive issue for a company that's supposed to be a cornerstone of U.S. national security and economic strength. So what exactly is happening here? The president's attack followed a critical letter from Republican Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas to Intel's board chairman, Frank Yeary. Senator Cotton explicitly questioned Tan's ties to Chinese firms, raising concerns about the security and integrity of Intel's operations and its potential impact on U.S. national security. Here's the breakdown of the senator's concerns. Deep Chinese investments. Reports indicate that Tan, through personal investments and venture funds like Walden International, has put at least $200 million into hundreds of Chinese advanced manufacturing and chip firms. Critically, at least 8 of these companies are reportedly connected to the Chinese People's Liberation Army, past criminal case. Senator Cotton also highlighted a major issue from Tan's previous role as CEO of Cadence Design Systems. Cadence pleaded guilty in July to illegally selling products and transferring sensitive U.S. technology to a Chinese military university and an associated Chinese semiconductor company, violating U.S. export controls. These illegal activities occurred during Tan's tenure at Cadence from about 2015 to 2021. While Tan himself wasn't indicted, the timing and nature of these events are causing serious alarm bells to ring in Washington. This isn't just about past business dealings, it's about Intel's current role in America's future. Intel is the biggest recipient of grants under the CHIPS and Science Act, a major government initiative designed to boost U.S. chip manufacturing. It received around $7.86 billion in direct funding, part of a nearly $100 billion investment commitment in U.S. operations. So the question is, how can someone with these alleged conflicts be a responsible steward of American taxpayer dollars and national security? Even Ohio's own Republican Senator Bernie Moreno piled on, saying it's pretty obvious Intel has failed its commitments to the state and suggesting a fraud investigation into the company's delayed plans for new chip factories in Ohio. The company had initially aimed to have their Licking County plants online by about 2025, but that's been pushed back to at least 2030 or even 2031. These delays not only hurt production, but also dim the hopes for local economic growth. In response to the growing pressure, Intel and Lip Boutan are standing firm. Tan, who became Intel's CEO in March, sent a message to all employees pushing back against what he called misinformation. He affirmed his deep commitment to U.S. national security and economic interests, stating he has always operated within the highest legal and ethical standards throughout his over 40-year career. Intel also released a statement emphasizing its commitment to advancing U.S. national and economic security interests and aligning with the America First agenda. But it's not just external political pressure. Reports suggest that Tan has been in a power struggle with Intel's board for months. The core disagreement centers on whether Intel should continue its costly chip manufacturing business or exit it entirely. Tan argues that keeping these foundry operations is vital for American tech independence, while some board members, led by Chairman Frank Yeary, have pushed to sell or spin off the unit, which lost money despite making up about 30% of Intel's revenue last year. This internal conflict has stalled key initiatives, like a planned fundraising effort to expand chip plans and talks to acquire an AI firm crucial for catching up to rivals. Intel has truly struggled in recent years, losing ground to rivals like Nvidia and AMD, who quickly adapted to the booming artificial intelligence industry. Last year, Intel posted nearly $19 billion in losses. Tan's strategy has involved aggressive cost-cutting, including laying off over 2,000 Oregon workers and pulling back on manufacturing investments. This includes canceling planned fab projects in Germany and Poland and slowing construction in Ohio. He's even stated, quote, "There are no more blank checks, and every investment must make economic sense." Industry experts are divided. Some analysts believe that Trump is using the controversy as leverage to pressure Intel on other issues, perhaps over investments in the US or a rumored partnership with a Taiwanese firm. Others argue that Tan's deep knowledge of the Chinese semiconductor market could be an asset. But the political heat also signals growing uncertainty around Intel. This public intervention by the president is unusual for a leader commanding the resignation of a private company executive. It's part of a broader pattern where Trump pressures businesses to align with his agenda, often leveraging his influence and the threat of tariffs. Other tech CEOs have famously kissed the ring by announcing massive US investments to placate him. The stakes for Intel, Ohio, and America's technological leadership are incredibly high. For investors, this situation highlights that Intel's leadership problem is also a value problem. Analysts suggest that spinning off or divesting the foundry business could unlock significant value, as a standalone entity could attract strategic and sovereign capital. Intel's long slide, with its stock losing about 60% of its value over the past 5 years, while Nvidia surged over 1,400% and AMD doubled, clearly shows a need for change. The combination of political pressure, strategic interest, and potential activist involvement could be the spark needed to revitalize the company. It's clear that Intel faces a long and challenging road ahead to reclaim its position and navigate both internal divisions and external political pressures. The outcome will definitely reverberate through America's high-tech heartland and the global semiconductor industry. All right, that's the latest on Intel's hot seat. What do you think about these developments? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this information helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more insights into the financial world, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.